And if it's the psychology part, then you and I need to fix it.
Okay. All right.
And if there's certain things in that,
Good day, traders. Um, so my mind, or my brain, should I say, is feeling much better now than um, how I was feeling just a few hours ago. So um, this has been my toughest week. It has been my toughest week. In fact, September was down, but this has been my toughest week, and it's for the reason of I lost 3 accounts, 350K accounts this week, and um, I am convinced that even with 100% win rate or 100% strategy, let me say, you can still not be successful in trading. And I say that um, in a way, because that is not what you need to be successful. At least it should not be on top of your food chain, or on top of your priorities. So trading is hard, guys. Trading is difficult. As in, like, what makes it difficult is the challenges that you face, challenges that would take someone 10 years who's not in the trading space to learn. Yeah, you will go through them all even in 2 months. You can. And I was feeling bad. I'm feeling bad. And the bad part is I know what to do. I know exactly what I should be doing, but I am not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It's the same as you. You know exactly what you should be doing, um, but you're not doing it. At some point in my trading career, my marriage was tanking, as in, like, it was bad, as bad as it could be. And amongst many things that helped with my marriage right now being where it is now, a therapist, which we both started seeing, and I am grateful for that. I'm grateful for God providing people in my lives who were able to help and assist, right? And that therapist has been there since until today, or should I say, psychologist has been there since today. And I had a session with her yesterday actually. I'm just gonna put a picture somewhere. And one of the things that I found, one of the things which has been running through my mind, probably in your mind as well, is making the tough decision. making the hard decision. I mean, trading has so much challenges, different type of challenges. These challenges are altered to your self, like they are literally built based on you, based on, and they are for you. They fit so well for them to be yours, right? These challenges. And making the hard decision was the highlight of yesterday's conversation. So I see her every 2 weeks. And I'm not at a point where I want to quit. That is not in it. That is not an option. And let me explain. I'm not saying it from that mentality, or Nkani mentality in Zulu would refer to it as Nkani mentality, or in English, if I have to direct translate it, it would be like that hard head mentality. No, it is because of how I'm able to see the success. Like it's like right there, right? It's like right there, but I can't reach it because of what I am doing, right? So it's no longer even a matter of trading if it's real or not, right? It is a matter of, am I going to take the hard decisions? So back to the psychologist. One of the things that she highlighted, which were actually two things, is that there is confidence, right? There is self-confidence, and there's external confidence. External confidence is the confidence from your surrounding, your environment, your mom, your dad, your guardians, sorry, your friends, your spouse, um, the internet, likes, follows, right? And there is, it's all external, right? And then there's also self-confidence. And what is self-confidence? That is, it is actually action, right? It is what really matters when all of these things are not on the spot, on the highlight. And we should not make the mistake of having the space of self-confidence be accumulated by external confidence. Two stories she mentioned. And what I love is the way she treats my trading. We don't even talk chats. We don't talk chats, but she's able to answer. So she mentioned two stories, and she was like, okay, what are you picking up from these two stories? One was, she never got to a point whereby she would struggle, like at some point as a parent you struggle maybe to migrate from baby bottle to no bottle at all, right? When she said it's time to move my baby from bottle to no bottle, it happened, right? And how did that happen? So she was able to, she sat down with the baby, spoke with the baby, and said, okay, you are now growing, you are now becoming old, you're now a big girl. And look, there's a cat. Let's call the cat maybe, I don't know, Amy. Sorry for all the Amy's out there. But there's Amy. She is a baby and she needs a bottle. So what are we gonna do? Right? So she was excited that, okay, yes, Amy is a baby. She needs a bottle. But where is the bottle going to come from? It has to come from her, right? So she had to, it was hard for her. She was crying, but she gave. She was like, yes, this is for you, baby. It's for you, Amy, right? And the second story was with her daughter, she had to travel. She's grown now. She had to travel. And she has got a parrot that she feeds using a syringe, right? And she's always say to her mom, who is the psychologist, Mom, I'm struggling with feeding, letting go of the parrot from eating from a syringe and to migrating from a syringe to eating like food, seeds, right? And at some point she tried and it was not eating, and yeah, it nearly died even. So she was traveling and she was like, I don't have anyone to watch over my parrot, my bird, right? My bird, sorry, yes. And may you please watch over it. But you need to take about 30 to 45 minutes feeding it with the syringe. And she's like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't have the time to do that. So when the bed came, she said, okay. She didn't sit down and talk to the bed. Hey, it's time to eat. No. She actually put two options, which was the seeds and the and porridge. And the syringe, she broke it, right? It's now no longer working. The syringe is no longer working. So now what options do we have? What options do we have? Sorry for that. So like what options do we have now to work with, right? So it's either the seeds or the porridge, right? There's actually mashed potatoes and mashed carrots. And it struggled. It struggled, and after struggling, um, at some point, she took away the porridge or the mashed potatoes, and she left the seeds there. Before you know it, the bird was eating the seeds, and it was enjoying those seeds, right? With a with that approach of where has this seeds been all along in my life? Like, why have I been eating from a syringe, right? So she asked me, what am I picking up from these two things? And what I was picking up from this was, first, with the bird, it had to take steps, or the common things with the bird and the baby. She was excited about the cat having to uh, get to a stage of drinking milk, but there was pain that was there from transferring that bottle to the baby. And it's the same thing with the bird. It was used to the syringe, and it was used to the syringe, and it had to now migrate from a syringe to having options, which was none of the options that it wanted to begin with, and then the option of having only one thing, which was now it had to take the solid and the hard step to go over and start eating the seeds. So you already have probably seen what she was trying to get across to me. and which is what I'm trying to get across to you. We need to take the hard steps towards what is necessary for us to do, what we are required of us to do. Us knowing there are seeds, that is us saying success needs risk management, psychology, it is that, all of this thing, what, gonna be this, yes, but we know it, we preach it, but do we understand it? Do we value it? Do we want it? And it doesn't need to make sense, but we need to take those solid steps towards doing the right thing. And at some point, we will look back and say, where has this seeds been all along? Why was I drinking from a baby bottle? There is a cup, there is a plate, there is all of these things. So we don't have to understand everything. But what we need to know is to take and make the hard decision each and every day to wake up and take the right steps towards that. And it will make sense over time, right? It will make sense over time. So having to add from my own understanding and processing and digesting of this session, what I need to do is take a step back and really make the hard decision to, if I really do want this. And it all begins with small steps away from the nasty habits that we have. Leave all of these things off. Okay, this book says 21 winning days, 21 habits. What? Leave all of those things. Just be process driven. That is what I'm going to choose to focus on now. What I want to add on is, as traders, we talk. I have a group of traders, a group of friends. In fact, they were friends before they even became traders. And there is at some point you can have general talk. And what is general talk? It is talk that is for you to push iskati, like just to move time, right? We're just chilling, so let's just have a conversation. General talk. That is okay. But in specific areas, no, you shouldn't have general talk. You can't have general talk about your life because it just moves. You're not taking steps towards the right direction, you're just moving in circles. And to add to everything, your word, what you say, has so much power that you don't understand. Heavenly Father was able to build this whole earth, was able to create you, was able to do so much with just words. Let there be light. With just words, there's so much power. We also know that words build, worlds destroy. Words build, they destroy. So where words build and they destroy, there's been an experiment. You can actually Google it or YouTube it, where scientists put water like in two petri dishes, and good words were being said on one, and the other one were negative words. And that, of course, the bad uh, or the dish that was getting bad words, water was not as rich, or was not as good as the one which good words were saying. So words have power. And if you say that you want to be consistent, there should be the power in that is action. It is having an action plan attached to that. You should not get to a point where you just talk. You talk so much and there isn't value in what you say, because there is no actions that follow up. It's better to be quiet, and whenever you speak, you know that you stand for it and you are able to actually take the necessary steps to move forward. So every time you meet with a trader, every time you listen to a trader, every time you say something, it should be of value, and it should be to build. There's no need to be negative. There's no need to be bad-hearted towards other people. As in, that's why you should be kind. The second greatest commandment is love your neighbor as you love yourself. And that is by saying good words, building words, positive words. All right? And it applies to yourself as well. Not to be prideful, but to be able to, whenever you say something, there is an action plan towards it. You should be a person of value, and it begins with yourself. So that is what happens as you trade. You change you change towards good, even though it doesn't make sense. You should be uncomfortable. You should be uncomfortable so that you are able to want to move, right? You do not have to be at zero in order for you to want to push. You do not. You are not on the same level as everyone else. You are on your own race, and do what is necessary for you, and you know it. Yes. Okay. Go wear your shoes now. Wow. Wow, you're wearing socks. Okay. So, you know what matters. You know what you have to do. The industry is already difficult. You saying things, you not following what you need to do, is you adding to that. Remember, God loves you, and it will get better.